I had a plan of what I wanted to say. Hi guys! So, there's some more drama in the fandom again. And I decided I'd talk about it because I have a very strong opinion on it. Very strong. So, let's get to episode 3 of the 1D Fandom Chronicles. This episode is entitled Sophiam. And it's entitled Sophiam because I don't care to get creative with that topic. So, I'm going to give you some background insight to what happened, and then I'm going to state my opinion and why that is my opinion. Okay? So, I came on Twitter yesterday. No, actually, I was on Facebook, and Cambio, like, they write articles on the weirdest things, and they decided to write an article on Liam's tweets, and I was like, what did Liam tweet now? So I went and read the article, and as soon as I read the article, like, old feelings came back up. Old mad feelings. Because there was a time when I was very upset with Liam, which was like last year, because I'm not going to get into why, but there's a very valid reason why I was upset with him. And it was a physical upset. Like, it was like he was very rude. And it wasn't just like on Twitter, it was like to fans and to me and to, so it was just like, so I already had this like beef with him already. So he started attacking fans on Twitter, and then he did that hashtag done thing, and then I was like, you know what, I'm over you. Who do you think you are? Looking up your name to attack people, stating their opinion. I understand if they were mentioning you, like, that's a different story. If they're mentioning you, sending hate, feel free to respond back, because they're coming at you. But when they're not coming at you, just stating their opinion on their Twitter. Keyword there. I don't think he has a right to attack people, and it just frustrates me. And so my issue with that is that he is just, you can tell the difference. Like, that little time that he wasn't with Sophia, he was happy. Well, I don't know if he was happy. He probably wasn't happy because he was simping on Twitter all the time. But I mean, he like was engaging and, oh yeah guys, we're gonna do this, and yeah, like, huh, and then he was tweeting fans, and he was being nice and everything, and I just missed that. You can see, oh, when he was with her, he was rude to fans on Twitter, and that gap when he wasn't, he was fine. He was tweeting fans. It was like old Liam. And then when he's back with her, he's back to the same thing, and it really frustrates me, because I feel that if he was so happy and confident and secure in his relationship with Sophia, he wouldn't need to constantly shove it in everybody's face that trying to prove that he's happy. Like, I'm gonna bring up Danielle just because, for example's sake, not because I'm comparing the two, but when he was with Danielle, he never had to do that. You could see, like, you can see that he was happy. But with Danielle, it was like you could see the love in his eyes when he looked at her. But when you see pictures of Sophia and Liam, they don't look happy. So I can see why people jump to conclusions that he's not happy. It's like, hey, look at me. Hey, you, and you. Look at me. I'm happy. All I have to say to Liam is, if he's so happy he shouldn't have to prove it to us every time. Just be happy. You don't have to come on Twitter and be like, oh, I'm happy. It feels like he's trying so hard to be like, yeah, I'm happy. And if he was so happy, he wouldn't feel the need to constantly shove it in our faces. So in conclusion, Liam, if you're happy, be happy. It doesn't matter what we think. You don't have to constantly come on and try and prove that you're happy, because then to us it seems like, oh, he's trying to prove he's happy, so he must not be happy. And for the whole relationship issues, like with people hating or saying stuff about your relationship, you should really take into account how Louis and Harry handle the Larry thing. Because really, they know that coming on here and sending people rude stuff is not going to help their situation. It's only going to make it look like they're trying to hide something. So they just don't get into it, and that's really what you should do. You shouldn't have to get into it. And so all I'm saying is, I know you're not going to see this video, but this is for the fans watching, that don't bite the hand who feeds you, because you shouldn't be sending hate to fans for just stating their simple opinion. Like, for example, I don't really care for Sophiam, and if I want to say it on my Twitter, like, oh, I don't care for Sophiam, I should be able to do that without getting attacked. And I found it really rude, because he knows that he has a lot of power on Twitter, and he knows that mentioning these people is going to get them hate, and he still does it. And I'm just like, oh. So right now I have a love-hate relationship with Liam. Right now I'm just like, oh, please, can we not go down this path again? Because it was not a good path. It was not a good time for me. I just don't like when people like take advantage of their fan bases. They know what they can do. He knows what his fan base can do and what his fan base does when somebody says something wrong or does something wrong. And just mentioning the name, if he really wanted to just settle it, like just prove that he was happy, or just say, or if he really didn't care about proving he was happy to people, then he could have simply DM'd those girls saying, you know what, I don't appreciate you saying that about my relationship. I'm actually really happy. But putting it public, he knew what that was going to do, and it was going to get hate for those girls. So it's like, boo you, whore, you hated on my relationship, so look what you get now. You know, like, it's just like, so I feel like he seeks attention a lot. So anyways, my opinion on Sophiam. I don't like them together. Well, you know what? It's not even them being together, because if they're together, it's okay. But the way he acts when they're together is kind of, ugh. So that makes me go like, ugh, to that relationship. Yeah, so Sophiam, thumbs down. And I don't have any problem if you like Sophiam, because there are some things you could like. Like, oh, okay, maybe he... You know what? I can't think of anything that is positive about that relationship, so I'm just gonna shut up now. Okay, bye. Okay, you know what? That was a joke. Maybe she does make him happy, and maybe this whole thing is just because he wants to defend her. So, Liam, I love you, and if she makes you happy, you don't have to prove it to me, but I still don't. Ugh. It just, I guess I have a sour taste in my mouth because it kind of makes you rude to fans. This relationship makes you rude to fans, even fans who aren't necessarily a part of it get affected because you start staying off of Twitter because of stuff that you looked up the hate yourself, and it's not other fans' fault that you get this hate, and you kind of take it out on everyone, and it kind of gives a sour taste. Your relationship gives a sour taste in mine, and not only mine, a lot of other fans' mouths. So it's not our fault that we don't necessarily like it, because we've seen you in other relationships and you didn't behave this way towards us. So it's kind of like So anyways, I just want to thank you all for watching, and bye guys. Public service announcement. If this video causes you to want to send me hate, please reevaluate your life and move that way. To the left, to the left. If you haven't moved to the left, please comment down below. Also, please press my subscribe button. That would make me very happy. Like Liam.